I mean, Tennessee, People Every Day, and Mr. Wendal.
Yeah, those were the three biggest hits.
What was it like putting those songs together? So let's start with Tennessee. When y'all went in there, what was the thought process behind all that, and then the creative process as well?
Yeah, Tennessee was the last song we did for the album.
My
So
God.
the whole album was done, and horrible things happened that made me write Tennessee. So then
What?
I had my grandmother, who I said I spent all my summers with. She passed away of a heart attack.
My God.
So me, Headliner, who was my best friend at the time, me, Headliner, my brother, my mother, father, we all went down to Tennessee to go to her funeral. And we left there with like this sense of, when people die, you usually get some gift from them. That's how I believe. So
Yeah.
like some part of their character comes into you all of a sudden, and you feel like you could do things that they used to do really well. You sucked at. So I
Yeah.
mean, I was just like inspired by her life. And in that same week, my brother died.
Oh my God.
And he died of an asthma attack.
Oh.
And so I wrote the song Tennessee because it was the last place I saw her, which was at her funeral.
Yeah.
And then him, who was at her funeral that the week before. So like the lyrics like, Lord, I've really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground, although I'm black and proud. Problems got me pessimistic. Brothers and sisters keep messing up. Why does it have to be so damn tough? I don't know where I can go to let these ghosts out of my skull.
Yeah.
My grandma passed. My brother's gone. I never at once felt so alone. So, it's just like talking about what was going on at the time.
Yeah.
And, it became a song that obviously millions and millions of people related
with everybody.
Exactly.
But for you though, at that time, Speech, how the hell did you keep going on? Because that could have easily caused a pause for the cause.
Facts. That is facts. I think for me, I'd always channeled my frustrations into the music.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like a blues artist that way. So like I always write about the stuff that's going on in my life at the time. You know what I mean? And so that was how I chose to sort of, channel that grief and pain, man. Yeah.
People Every Day.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, another classic that, all of these records are still getting played in full rotation to this day, okay?
Facts.
You go cut on the radio, you go hear it.
Facts.
So what was it like when y'all went on ahead and lifted y'all voices on that one?
Yeah, no, that was a deep song too, because, one of the things that was happening a lot in hip hop was trying to find its way. So like, I lived in Milwaukee. So what happened? We didn't get a record. Like, my mom said, okay, you could go to Atlanta, and if you don't get a record deal in 2 years, you need to come back to Milwaukee and go to college.
Yeah.
So that was our deal, my mom and dad and myself. So we didn't get a record deal in 2 years, as you know. It's 3 years, 5 months. So I had to go back to Milwaukee, went to college. And in Milwaukee, by this time, I got a lot more consciousness. Like I'm wearing dashikis, I've got locks, and I'm talking about Black Power and how we could change this and that. But then some brothers in the community wasn't down with that. So like they would see me at the park with my lady, and that's what the whole song is about.
Exactly.
So then they messing with me because I look different.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing this, that, and the third. So then they mess with me, and that's how the song came about.
Well, that song, that verse is, it's clear. You painted the picture so well.
I was resting at the park. Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to have a good time.
Exactly right.
And then these fools come up with this craziness.
Exactly right.
Out here.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Which I think why it resonated, because I think a lot know could relate to that.
Everybody
You know what I'm
feels
saying?
like
Like,
that. It's
yo,
a fool somewhere that you
exactly
gotta
right.
whoop their ass.
Exactly right. Facts. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man, that's why I love that song so much
Thank
too,
you,
because
man.
it
Thank
just
you.
represented the everyday
The
man,
struggle.
the
Yeah,
struggle.
exactly,
You see what I'm
exactly.
saying? You try
Facts.
to do right, but it's just always some kind of negative voice
Right,
come out
exactly.
of nowhere, and
Facts.
you got to stand up to it too.
Facts,
man.
you do.
You can't let it
gotta
overtake
stand
you.
it. No, you can't let it overtake you.
You know.
You
So
know.
now, other than that, now we got to go with that Mr. Wendal.
So I mean,
That
it's
one
funny.
goes crazy.
Thanks, man. It's funny. Literally driving here, I passed Edgewood, and we used to have a studio down in Edgewood, a little makeshift studio.
Yeah.
And a lot of homeless men would be up there, and so they come to the studio. a lot of friends that I had would turn them away, but me and Headliner was like, no, come on in, man,
Yeah.
sit down. We here all day.
Yeah.
So we start talking, and just the things that they'd start sharing was so deep, and it was so rich, like full of humanity that it surprised me, because I thought a bum is a bum. That's how I thought at the time. Now I'm like 18, 19. I'm like, whatever. But then I'm hearing them speak, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
This could be any one of us, because they started speaking about how they became homeless, why they were homeless, what exactly happened.
I mean, if you tell somebody that your grandmama and your brother started in the same week,
there you go.
It cause you to be homeless.
Exactly right. Right. So it's it was great, because I was inspired by these dudes, and so then that song came from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's blues music, at the end of the day.
Putting those visuals to those songs, though, man, what was that like when it came time to shoot those rap videos and you were like, okay, these folks about to get a load of speech out here?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We wanted to do, on purpose, we wanted to do like videos that changed the narrative of what hip hop was doing, or at least added to the narrative. I should say that. We didn't want to change it. We just wanted to add to it.
Exactly.
We started showing rural South. Like if you see the Tennessee video, a lot of people in New York thought that that was like a set. That we had made some type of historical set to make it look like slave days or something. I was like, no, this is right now.
Like this now.
Right, it's like this is just out in the this is out in the sticks right now. So that's like we did that on purpose to try to show people the South in a different way. Without the term Dirty South, we were showing the Dirty South. You know what I'm saying? And it's like People Everyday video, same thing. Great people directed those videos, like Keith Ward, who goes by Future now. He directed our Mr. Wendal video and a lot of other stuff for us that didn't come out, but it did come out, but it wasn't music videos. And then a brother named Otis Salid, who did a lot of Spike Lee's movies. Yeah. In fact, he did the X movie, Malcolm X as well. And which we were featured on with Revolution. He's a beast, and he did our People Everyday video. And a brother named Milcho from overseas actually did our Tennessee video.